know the Vietnamese want to do a deal with the United States. They're the very first one to call. What's your assessment?
Sure. Yeah, I've been tracking this now for a couple of weeks. President Xi and China seem to be going all in on a regional strategy here. And President Xi, they're going all in on Southeast Asia. And today, in one of the public speeches he gave, he called on Southeast Asian countries, and specifically their Vietnam, to join him in resisting against President Trump's, quote, unilateralism and protectionism. And this is as President Xi is starting what is a propaganda tour to attempt to present Beijing and the CCP as a more reliable ally and trading partner than the United States. And the reality is that these countries, they have to, President Xi is coming. They're your largest neighbor. They're a very scary neighbor, like Vietnam, and he goes off next to Malaysia and then to Cambodia. They cannot say no. What they're saying privately, and I've been in all of these countries over the last 2 weeks, is please, please, President Trump and the United States, come in, save us, help us. We want to deal with the United States. We do not want to deal with China. But we have to be mindful and aware of the reality of these countries and what happens with this. And the strategy here, I think, is that China is trying to insulate itself against Trump's tariffs. And their best strategy to do that is with the neighbors in Southeast Asia. And that's because, Southeast Asia has become China's largest trading partner at 17% of their exports versus only 14% to the United States. And so I think China sees this as critical to shore up trade relations with Southeast Asia. And then that also is because they use these Southeast Asia countries to escape Trump's tariffs. They manufacture these products in China, then they send them to get slapped with a made in Vietnam or a made in Cambodia stamp. Then those products come to the United States. And so that is what that's why, Cambodia was got a 49% tariff. Vietnam got 46%. It was high because China is using them as pawns. And so now we have to reaffirm our interest in the region.
The same thing is with Mexico. Same thing to do in Mexico. That's why it's much more than $500 billion, $600 billion.